So hello everybody, welcome to another stream. Glorious Tuesday night. Sitting here in St. Louis in another United Airbus. This is the Fly-by-Wire A320. Now I do have another kind of interesting livery. This is the United Star Wars livery. Now I don't know if they only use this livery going back and forth between O'Hare and Disney World or whatever in Florida, but I like it. So I'm gonna fly it. I don't know if you're a rebel or if you're more of a fan of the Empire. Either way, there's a spot on this plane just for you. So let's go ahead and get started here, and let's get the passengers boarded. Um, I did not configure this plane as much as I did yesterday, but I'm going to take a look at something else here. This audio is really bugging me. There's no reason why I shouldn't be hearing GSX. I'm going to try that. So we already got my flight plan over here, I do believe, but this is about all I've done. Yep, that's all loaded in. So now we're going to come over here to the MCDU. Now, I am using the external CDU on the tablet. Now, this is one thing I was hoping PMDG was going to do, but I don't know as if they're going to do it. We'll see. Seems like they can hardly get their tablet going with all the problems they seem to claim to have. Alright, so now this is one thing I didn't do. Let's go over here and let's load the plane. Alright, so fuel's loaded. So I'm going to plug my fuel in. This is one of the handy things about this. If you got it on your iPad externally, you don't have to keep moving your head back and forth to enter in this information. There we go, 174 max. Now, see, I'm not even hearing passengers boarded. That's there. Alright, I think maybe, just maybe, I found a problem here. We'll see if that actually takes care of it.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Alright, there we go. Well, Leonard, I guess I'll come over here and I'll show you. Definitely got it all there. That is good. So we're set to departure. We are taking off out of runway 12 left. And then we got Brock 5. And then we will be going HLV. Insert. Looks like they want us coming in at 34 right tonight. Now, I don't know if that's really what they're using in real life. I just don't know. But it's what SimBrief is telling me, so that's what I'm going with. At some point when I do VetSim, we'll figure it out. And no, I do not like those discontinuities. Alright, so when it comes to the departure, I'll have to be honest, or takeoff speeds, I have to say, I'm actually surprised with everything fly-by-wire has done. They haven't come out with a takeoff calculator, only a landing. I really think it's the takeoff that is really missing here. For me, the landing, when you go to, set your information in there for your descent, it'll kind of usually tell you what a good takeoff or a landing speed should be. But it doesn't usually change much. You can usually judge it pretty well. But for me, I'm just gonna kind of generate my own speeds because I haven't yet found a good site to go to do it yet. I'll be honest to say that perhaps I haven't because I just haven't bothered. So I could usually just do this, and that's fine with me. There we go, 721 nautical miles to our destination. Come up here, make sure we get the lights on a little brighter. And then we'll go ahead and set our altitude, 32,000 feet, as we have no actual ATC to tell us, not to go all the way to the top. I'll let it follow the flight plan and make its own decision on its way up. So I guess where's GSX at? And it looks like GSX is done. Well, it actually tells me it's boarding passengers now, but again, no cargo. I didn't check to see if there was another update tonight to see if maybe I'm missing something here. I swear I already started this. Promise, guys, for anybody watching this video that's on the fence about buying GSX, it's worth it. Yeah, it's got its issues sometimes, I'll be honest. Majority of the time that I've had it, I haven't really had a whole lot of issues. I'll have to say the majority of issues I'm having now are just since my recent reinstall. Coming from Windows 11 now to Windows 10, I just don't know what has changed, what is different. And the only thing I do know is I definitely have a cleaner community folder. I definitely don't have anywhere near as much stuff in it. But that is the other thing I'm finding. You download so much free stuff off of FlightSim.to, unless you're really paying attention, or perhaps you've got some other software helping you to, really closely look when there's an update to something that you got. Something can easily go out of date and over a while, could start causing you some problems and not even know it. Now, while we're waiting for the plane to load, I guess I'll tell you a little story about what I did before stream tonight. Now, as I mentioned last night, there seemed to be some issues with my Thrustmaster TCA side stick here. It's one everybody seems to be using. I can't say it was the cheapest flight stick when I bought it. I know I used to have a Logitech 3D Extreme, which I think throughout most of the years it spent most of its life at around a $30 price range. Possibly get cheaper on Black Friday or whatever, but that thing lasted for years without really hardly any problems. I've hardly owned this flight stick for even 2 years now, and I did a little research. I gotta tell you, the quality inside this flight stick, this isn't as good as we wanted it to be. I found out what my issue was. I fixed it, but I had to take it apart in order to fix it because of the way they put it together and what they did. You could do a Google search and you will find some YouTube videos of people taking it apart to fix it. Random broken wires. In my case, my wires were too taut going up from the base into the flight stick handle. So every time you go to move it over time, because the wires are so taut, so they're so tight, you just keep tugging on them. So you got to take it apart, undo the tape, push some of the wire further back up into the flight stick, make sure there isn't anything too snug. Once I got it put back together, best I could tell, using Thrustmaster's software to get in there and test the axes, it's no, the rudder axis is no longer flicking around on me anymore. It seems pretty steady. I'll see how that goes tonight. But so you're all aware of what you're getting. What I saw tonight, when I learned, I also did go out and buy that Boeing yoke. On sale or not, get it with a throttle quadrant or not. You're not really getting it for less than $300. That's a lot of money. I just hope a little more care and engineering went into that thing as far as the internal wiring goes. I hope they did a better job than they did the flight stick. And I don't know, my opinion, the average person shouldn't have to watch YouTube videos to figure out what's going on with their hardware and have to take it apart to fix it. To kind of just, save from going out and buying another one. But I'll be honest, I do like the overall design, as far as how it looks. It definitely has that better look of having an actual Airbus flight stick. But for the price, I think if I gotta go out and spend money again, I'll be going out and buying that Logitech 3D if it's still being made. Because paying over 150 bucks or possibly more just to buy another one every year and a half, 2 years, that's too much. The other honest thing is too is most of my time flying, You know, right now you're seeing me fly more Airbus than anything else so far on my streams. But, you know, if it wasn't for the tablet coming out, you know, once that comes out, you'll definitely be seeing me fly more 737s than the Airbus. What, you know, my point is not wanting to rant. This side stick, for the most part, hasn't been touched all that often. You know, and I try to fly on my own multiple times a week. You know, I'm flying going. I'm using the yoke. This flight stick is only, you know, practically sat there, not really used that often. So there should be no reason why anything as fast as this. Here we go again with the internet connection. Oh boy. And again, I promise it's not my connection. It's Microsoft. I'm sure we all know that at this point. So Microsoft, if you're watching, time to go back to the old drawing board and fix that problem. But we're getting close. Let's go ahead and get our APU stuff going here. Alright, APU is good to go. Remove the external power because we're going to be leaving. I'll turn the beacon lights on. Come over here and we'll see about... Yeah, that's right. For this one, there is no remove GPU. Go ahead and prepare for pushback. Alright, so I want the tail to the left. And still no GSX sounds, guys. This is heavily disappointing. Alright, so they parked brakes. Here we go. Go ahead and start our engines. go with number 2 or number 1. And I guess this is what happens when you get lazy and don't do the custom solution. I should have known better about that, guys, but I was lazy. Alright.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Should be good to go on that one. I don't know why these announcements have to be where they're at. I suppose it's possible maybe you don't do the APU until you get to the runway, but I find if I don't do it now, I forget. And if you haven't noticed, I'm not exactly a checklist person. Alright, I don't know where the walker is. I'm not looking, but I'm pretty sure. Point is, tug is removed. He's far enough away. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright, I should have known this part here was going to fail. I'm going back into settings to remove that separate tiller. There we go. There's what I was looking for. Now it's working. I don't know. I thought I'd give it a try. I thought last time I tried that option, maybe it wasn't working because of the flight stick. Thought maybe that after I kind of fixed it up so it wasn't acting so screwy the way it was, that it'd work, but yeah, well. But I will say, so this taxiing a lot easier than last night. And again, I think it had a lot to do with those wires being tugged and causing things to be so jerky. Oh, and I screwed up. I was actually supposed to cross the runway and go over, I believe. 12 left is what I was supposed to be shooting for. Wait, no, I'm right where I was supposed to be. I thought I planned this out ahead of time. I'm right. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, guys. 12 left. Oops, my bad. There we go. All good. Good to go. Alright. And let's go. Gear up.
Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 700 feet. Temperature 22C, 2.10C. Altimeter tree 009er.
We'll down to climb power.
Automated weather observation 19000 Zulu. Wind 155 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 700 feet. Temperature 22C, 2.10C. Altimeter tree 009er. Kilo Victor Lima Alpha. Automated weather observation 19000.
Gotta get rid of that
Wind
bad
155
frequency.
at 7.
Alright, time to get rid of the flaps. And we're plenty high enough up. I'm going to kick in the autopilot. You know, there's one thing I will say about the fly-by-wire. Seems like a lot of times, as much as I scroll up and down here, I really can't get those green numbers to really show very well. go. Get all the lights off.
losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic. place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. Run away, I don't have to plan it. I can go, change my fate, you won't understand it. All alone, that's okay, people I can't stand, man. They don't want me to change, keep me where I'm standing. And I don't wanna be where I am, and I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. And I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
Alright guys, so we're now at around 10,000 feet from the ground. Not very far away from the airport. I don't know if you noticed it, but I did already program in to the set page. I didn't show you, I was kind of doing it fast, so I was making sure I was ready to go. But as you can see, I do have it all filled in and ready to go. I did pre-arm the auto brakes. And once we get a little closer, once I'm sure I'm not going to have to use the speed brakes any longer, I'll go ahead and go down there and arm the speed brakes. Hope you guys enjoyed the music. And I'm still discovering the proper settings. And I know the video quality, as I've been paying attention and watching on the TV, it's not as good as what I see here in the sim. I'm sure there's got to be a setting out of whack, something I haven't figured out yet. I'll figure it out and I will get that quality better. I promise you I don't have that scenery popping in and out the way it is, kind of like a stutter that you see there. But I will try to get that taken care of before next stream. I don't like that's how it's trying to drop me on my speed already. I'm still 44 miles away. Way too soon to slow down. Well, let it come back automatically so it'll properly follow the glide path. I don't want to be too high when we get there. Supposed to be at 9,000 thereabouts when we get to the top of the descent for the approach. definitely looks like we got some rain, Honestly, I don't think it's that often I fly in here and I actually get rain. Not sure if you can all make it out, but I am starting to pick up the ILS, but pretty faint. Now, the airport we're flying into today is Flightbeam's Denver. And I am pretty sure I did remember to uninstall Microsoft's Denver. So if you buy the Flightbeam scenery, please, please, please remember to uninstall the Microsoft scenery because it will screw you up scenery-wise. You might also even find yourself stuck on a taxi because of some huge scenery glitches and inclines that'll try to make you either taxi up or taxi down off of. Oh, I forgot. You guys would probably like to have some flight sim sound. Y'all thought I was gonna forget about that, didn't ya?
$2,500.
Still got about 7 miles to go. Alright, lowering gear.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Traffic. 400. 100 above. Minimum. $50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
And we're down. And no, guys, I did not go around. If it was real life, obviously I would have. But this is a sim. It's AI. I'm not going around for AI aircraft. I'm just not. But of course, if this was VAT sim, yeah, that definitely would have been a go around. But then I probably also wouldn't have had clearance to land. And that plane or probably also possibly wouldn't have had clearance to get on the runway with me being that close to landing either. So the flaps reset, the speed brakes, and we'll begin our taxi to the gate. That's possibly the southwest that I cut off on the runway. And I am probably going a little faster than most planes would, but hey, this is Denver. And typically at Denver, you're going to have a long taxi back into the terminal. I suppose I could have had a little bit more aggressive stop on the runway. You know, I probably could have started using my own brakes a little sooner, been a little more aggressive, not to have to go that far out. But hey, I'll have to say that given this is also, you know, not fat sim, not real life, what's the rush? And we also get to see a little bit more of this scenery. I really gotta wonder when Flightbeam is gonna finally come out with their San Francisco. I don't know, everybody's been waiting and been waiting forever. I just don't know what or understand what it is that they've been doing. I mean, they came out with their Dulles pretty quick. They came out with their Denver pretty quick. But where's San Francisco? Where's Sky Harbor? I'm not even sure if they're gonna bother doing Sky Harbor now that somebody else has already done it. I'm pretty sure Feelthere is probably going to do it at some point because they've gotten in the habit of, well, let's just go do an airport that somebody's already published, even though I'm not going to do as good or a better job as them. I guess that's their mentality, though, for Feelthere. Oh, man, look at all this United traffic. And no, guys, I'm not going to just go through them. I was going to make a left here and mosey on to where we need to go. Really should make a right here, but, well, I think we can do it. I don't think that plane's really in the way for where we're going. I can't quite remember the gate number, but I also here have a parking space that I typically like to use as part of being with United Virtual Airlines years ago. This airport was my home base that I was assigned, and of course that Virtual United, you know, they also kind of like to give you a designated parking spot. Back at that time, back in those days. I kind of want to say it's something like B41, B42. Yeah, looking at the chart, it's gotta be B41 because B42 is now on the other side. I don't know if it was always that way though. Oh, look, it's not broken tonight. Well, Yeah, looks like that gate is taken. So let's go gate B43. Wonder if there's a way to reserve your gates so you can have the ones you want when you get there. Ah, guess I should have looked a little bit better at the chart. You know what? I'm just going to change spots. I'm not going to taxi all the way over there. I'll just pull up closer to the one I want and reselect it. I'll take this one right here. And this is B45. There we go. So looks like I'm going to have a marshaller this time. Let's remember to take the taxi lights off this time. They don't blind the marshaller. Let's see if I can make them dance. I've never done it before, so if it happens, you guys are going to see my first ever dance. I don't think I'm going to be doing it, guys. I think I've hit the brakes too early and I'm making them wait too long. But I don't really know what the trick is. Yeah, now I went too far. He's not going to dance for me. I don't even think I'm going to get a bow. Oh my God, guys, look at that. My first ever dance. He's dancing for me. Awesome. Oh my God. Look at that. He's dancing. Woohoo! Oh, thank you so much, girl. Make sure I turn my beacon lights off. Once I'm here, I can get my externals, turn off my APU. Don't need that running any longer. Passengers are deboarding. So I tell you what, guys, that was really awesome. My first ever GSX dance. Wow. You know, I gotta select my gate a little more often. I don't usually do that on my own when I'm flying. I just don't. I know where I'm gonna go. I go. I don't really necessarily care how I park. But, you know, for the stream, you know, I know you guys want to see it. I know Captain Kennedy tries real hard to make the GSX guy dance. He doesn't always make it happen, but definitively he's made it happen a lot more than I. So apparently Volanta does kind of keep track of your flight, obviously. It also does let you know your landing speed. Now, I saw it yesterday, but for some reason, I don't think it's going to let me see it. Alright, so according to Volanta, you know, I kind of believe it. I don't necessarily want to believe it. I understand what I got is less than considered a bad landing or a hard landing, although Any landing you walk away from, as well as your passengers, should be considered a good landing. But I got a 271 feet per second on that landing. Um, I know I've done better than that in the past. I know I can do better than that in the past. We'll have to see how much better I can do the next time around. I will say landing tonight was a lot better than it was last stream. I think getting this joystick fixed up a little bit definitely helped me out a little bit. You know, I really think that for the longest time this joystick was really screwing me over a lot. So I'd leave it plugged in all the time. I'd leave it sitting behind my monitors when I'm not using it. You know, even with a Boeing, I'd be taxiing down the taxiway, and you know, my plane would constantly want to veer to the left, and I'm like, what is going on? I couldn't figure it out. And I think maybe now I have. Next time I'm in a plane using my yoke, I'll have to see how it goes. Where again, that thing will be sitting to the side, not even being touched. You know, see if that did the trick. But I really do want to take the time for, you know, guys, you know, watching the stream. You know, if you liked what you saw, you know, please do remember to give a thumbs up and subscribe. The more likes and subscribes I get, the more people will be able to see these streams. And, you know, the more people we get to see the stream, the more people subscribe, you know, I'll be able to spend a little less time watching music and having some conversations during the flight. I know the first flight I did, you know, I talked quite a bit. You know, I also realized I went on quite a bit of rant. I don't want to go on rants. I'd like to have actual conversations with actual people. You know, since right now, since I don't, you know, have anybody here while I'm playing music. You know, I do want to share my flights, but I also don't want to be extremely boring either. So for now, music is what it is. But again, thanks so much for taking the time to watch the stream, this video. I'll be really looking forward to seeing everybody on the next stream. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.